Wind Down Wednesday, and it's the 13th of May. So join me for a little class of Pilates. Where's my wine? Grab your wine. That's for the end. You can drink it now, but I'll save mine for the end. And come and join me. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to join that I know are definitely joining. It's coming up for 8:30. We aren't using any other equipment today. Sometimes in some of the classes gone past or gone by, we've used a few weights and things like that. But today we've just got ourselves. So just grab a space and we'll get going in a moment. So I've got my glasses on today. My hay fever is really bad. I don't know if anyone else is suffering from hay fever, but all I'm doing is sneezing. So my eyes, I normally wear contact lenses. So I've got my snazzy glasses on. So I might be a bit blind at some point because I need to take them off at some point. So that's me in my glasses. All right, everybody. So hi. I'm getting a few thumbs up and a few comments. I'm just saying hello to everyone. Hello, hi. Can't believe it's Wednesday again. I know, Julia. I know, it's Wednesday again. It means we can drink wine. Yay, we can drink wine anytime. So, I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit unorganised and anything might go. It's been really one of those days and I've just thought quickly, what should we do? So this class is inspired by one of my clients. I don't know if she's watching, she might be. I won't name her. And she was talking about, she's just had her third baby actually, about 6 months ago. And she was talking about butt buster. She goes, when I'm going to get my bum back? So I just thought, butt buster, amazing. I'm going to put up a little YouTube 5-10 minute butt buster. So I thought we'll do some butt busting stuff. So this is fine for men and women. And it's obviously going to work our core and everything. So everything's going to be down. We're not going to stand up because, to be fair, I'm a bit tired as well. So we'll finish with some nice stretching and maybe might just put a blanket over me and fall asleep at the end. So we're going to start on our back. So we're going to do a bit of stuff on our back and sideline and 4-point kneeling. So nothing standing, so don't worry about standing up. So come and take a lie down onto your back. So I'm going to go this way round. I think you just check my camera that you can all see me. So take a lie down. Hopefully you can all hear me down here. Fingers crossed that you can. And just set yourself up. So have your feet hip width apart, your knees pointing up towards the ceiling, and just take a couple of pelvic tilts here. So just massaging into your lower back. So imprint the spine and then get that little arch into your back here and just soften the ribs. I've got quite flary ribs. So even for me, it's quite difficult to soften them. So you just need to try not to sort of push them up. Just have a sense of softening here and just rock a little bit. Have your feet a little bit closer to your bottom for this next exercise. So we're going to go into some spine curls. And actually, if you do have a cushion nearby, grab a cushion and just pop it between the knees. So you're just going to roll an imaginary marble into your belly button, squeeze the bottom, press the feet, and you're going to come up to this sort of bridge position here. If I just tuck my top in here. So with this, it's called a spine curl. Hold it here at the top and just try and make sure that your hips are as high as they can go, but you're not overstretching the back. And you should have a line from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. And just hold it here. Squeeze into that cushion. So engage the inside thighs, breathing in. Now we're going to come down, draw the navel in, and just slowly come down through your spine. So really slowly. So this might just feel really stiff and really sticky if this is the first thing your back has done since last week. So just coming all the way up, just going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. Just take it in your own time just to warm up the spine. And then coming all the way back down again. So the trick here is to roll that imaginary marble into your belly button. Press your feet into the floor, squeeze the bottom, and really try to peel your spine off bit by bit by bit, all the way up. Breathe in at the top, relax the shoulders. Exhale, draw the navel in really tight. Now keep the hips high as you come down. So don't just drop the bottom. You're trying to really kind of come, I often say it's like a zipper or like poppers on a baby's baby grow. Pop the buttons off one by one on the way up, and then zip or pop the buttons up on the way back down. So you're trying to really work into that back. So just do a couple more. Squeeze into that cushion. So you're firing up the inside thighs here. Relax the shoulders at the top. And then coming down. So you should feel this working into your glutes and the back of the legs. If you're getting any cramp, have a little stretch, because we're going to do something else with this in a minute, which is going to fire them up even more. So hold it here, a couple of breaths in. Exhale to come down. Really draw navel to spine. Do one more if you need to. And then just take the cushion away there. Watch the whine. That's very important. Maybe just have a little hug in. And if you need to stretch into these hamstrings, just have a little stretch. In fact, let's do that. Pop your leg down. I told you, this is a bit like anything can happen in this class tonight. So just stretch your leg up a bit. If you can't quite grab your leg, just lower it down. That's fine. Just try, if you need to bend the leg, that's okay. Just try and get a bit of a stretch into those hammies, into the back of the leg there. If you're into a bit of running at the minute, if you've started doing anything like that during this lockdown phase, then you'll probably find these hamstrings a little bit tight. So don't forget to try and stretch them out from time to time. So just breathe into the stretch there. Okay, with this next exercise, everyone, if you find it a bit too much, just come back to what we just did, okay? But let me just demonstrate quickly. We're going to come up here to the top, hold it here, and then we're going to really press one foot into the floor, and we're going to knee fold another without dropping the bottom here. And if you want to, you can extend that other leg there as well, okay? So the key is not to drop the bottom. So take a breath in, have the feet quite close to the bum, exhale, scoot the tummy, come up. Now hold it here. Now almost think, push the bottom up as you knee fold your other leg there and hold. So try not to drop the bottom, lift the hips and breathe in and breathe out. We're going to hold it here for about 10 seconds. And if you want to extend that leg, feel free. Get a bit of a stretch then. It's up to you. Keep holding it. Keep those hips high, 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 high. Breathing in, breathing out. Bend the knee if you need to. Right, take the foot down. Keep the hips high. If you need to come down, have a little rest. If you're feeling okay, soften the ribs, squeeze, and let's take the other leg up. This looks a bit odd from this angle on my camera, but just keep those hips high. Stretch that leg if you can, or keep it bent. Breathing in, breathing out. Give that ankle a little rotation if you need to. Press that opposite foot into the floor. You should be feeling this into the back of your legs. And then keep the hips high as you take it down. Keep the hips high. Then come all the way back down. Hug the knees in if you need to. Right, now we know what we're doing. We're going to do that again. Stretch out the legs. So the key is, as you take that second leg off, really engage the core and lift the hips. Okay, let's go. So take a breath in. Exhale, navel to spine, imprint your back, push the bottom up without overextending into the back. Right, press your left foot down into the floor and lift that right leg. Good, hold, breathe. Exhale, navel to spine. Push the foot into the floor, push the hips higher. Breathe. Exhale, stretch that leg if you wish. Breathing in. Breathing out. We're trying to hold for about 10 seconds, about 4 to 5 breaths. Good. One more breath. Now, hips high as that foot comes down. Keep the hips here if you can. If you need to come down for a rest, briefly do that. Otherwise, right foot push and left foot lift or other way. Breathing in, breathing out. Navel to spine. Really connecting to this core. Feel into the back of those legs. If they're cramping up, you're going to have to stretch them out, I'm afraid. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more breaths. Navel to spine. Keep the hips high. Have they dropped? Keep them high, keep them high. Good. Now keep them high as the leg comes down. Keep them high, keep them high. Push the bum up. Hold. Now come down. All the way. Don't flop the bottom down, come down. Now you can hug your knees towards your chest. Oh, have a little stretch. If you need to stretch into those legs, have a little stretch there. Well done. Good, right. Now we're not done, I'm afraid. We have to do a bit more work. So let's roll onto our sides from there. Oh, I've got a bit of a sweat on there. Okay, good. I've got a different setup tonight. If you caught my live earlier on Facebook, you'll see why. It's an absolute tip, that side of the studio. I've got half my bathroom in here. Okay. What we're going to do now, oysters. So, if you can, come up onto your elbow, because here you're going to build a bit more strength into your shoulder, into your upper body, but you absolutely can be here, okay? So that's fine. So either here or up. So having your so your sort of hips are off the floor here, I've got it on top on, your heels opposite your bottom, okay? So you've got a little bend in your knees there. Keeping the hips stacked and keep this top hip nice and still. Squeeze the bottom, squeeze the heels together, and you're going to open that top leg here. Now slowly lower it down. So don't just open and close. Open a bit more without rolling. Here, feel that work. And now slowly close. So just get the hang of that. Okay, making sure you can feel that into your bottom. Lovely, and you're not just flopping that knee down. Little bit of engagement in the core. Now you're going to open that leg, keep the thigh nice and still, and then you're going to extend. Then you're going to take the foot down and close. Good, now keep lifting up. Open, extend. Now keep the leg turned out. Don't turn it in, keep it out. Take the leg back and close. Good. Open here, hold. Keep the thigh nice and still, extend, in and down. Good, so you should be able to feel this in the back of the leg there. Stretch, in and down. Let's do a few more of these. Up, in and down. Good. Let's do 3 more. Open, extend, in and down. Keep this top hip nice and still and the waist nice and long. In and down, keep the tummy lifted, open, this is your last one, out, in, and down, give the legs a little rub there, I know. Right, now come down off of your shoulder, off of your arm, here. And what we're going to do, we're going to bring the legs up towards the chair, into like a chair position. So the shins are parallel with the front of the mat. Lengthen that top leg here, as if you're stood on it. But point it, and we're going to do circles. So down, forward, up, behind, down, around. Really extend and lengthen that leg and get some circles in there. Not just up and down. Make sure you go back. Squeeze the bottom. Remember, this is butt busting. So down, forward, up, behind, down, around. Not too big with these circles. Okay, get them back, down, around. Nice and slowly. Feel the work, feel the pain, breathe. Good, we're going to be doing about 6 to 8 in one direction, and then we're going to reverse. So let's just do about 1 more of those. Back, 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 down. Now we're going to reverse. So don't forget to go back, up, forward. Lovely, so keep the hips, I say lovely, I can't really see you, but I'm sure it's lovely. Keep the hips and the pelvis nice and still. Okay, good. Now take the energy to the core. If anything's getting tired, draw navel in. Back, 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 back. Up, forward. Good, everybody. Keep breathing. Back, 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 back. I'm not counting, obviously. So about 6 to 8. Let's do 1 more. Really lengthen there. And then bring all that in. Good stuff. Right, from there, let's push ourselves up, whoop, and swing over to the other side. I can feel that. Okay, so what did we start with? Our oyster. So your heels, you're like in this sort of capital A shape, like a V shape. So you're not drawn up too much. Try and make those heels opposite your bottom. elbow underneath your shoulder here. So squeezing into those oysters. So a couple of these first. So open the knee, open it a bit more without rolling. So really find the work into that hip and into the bottom. It's really good for hip stability. So again, if you've started running or doing lots of walking or cycling, you might be getting quite stiff into the hips, but this is really good for hip stability as well. So just building the muscles around that joint. Don't forget it's a big joint, that ball and socket joint there. Okay, one more. Now either stick with these or open, keep the thighs still, keep that still, then extend in and down. Good. So open the knee, keep the thighs still, open, in and lower. Good. You should feel this into the back of the leg or somewhere. Keep the leg turned out. So try and keep heel up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing and extend and in and out. Keep up onto that elbow and that shoulder if you're up here. Good. Keep breathing. Let's do 3 more. Open, extend, in and down. 2 more. Send the energy to the core. Draw the navels in. 1 last run. And in and down. Come off of that elbow if you're there. Draw the knees up towards the chest. And have your shins parallel to the front of the mat or wherever you are. All right. Gently point that toe. We're going to do circles. Down, up, behind. Squeeze into that bottom and try and get that stretch there. It's really important to try and go back behind you here. Down, up, round. Imagine you're stirring your thigh in your hip bone. In your hip joint, sorry. Breathing there. Good, long in the waist. Good, everybody. Keep smiling when it gets tough. Put a smile on your face. It just makes it so much easier. Okay, good. Keep going. Lovely. Let's do 6 to 8 there and then reverse. So go back behind you, squeeze into the bottom, forward, down and round. Okay, good. Try to just really lengthen. If you feel any instability in the pelvis there, lengthen away. Good. Navel to spine here. And keep that lovely connection. Lengthen. Good. Lost count completely. Let's go. 2 more. So the more you do these, the easier it becomes. Because I did a lot of these last week and they was really painful, and then now I find them much easier. So they do get easier. These exercises do get easier. So you're building those muscles. So give your leg a little rub. Right, we're going to come onto our front now, everybody. Just looking at my lesson. I did do a little lesson plan. Just a really quick one. What we're doing here, yes. Oh yeah, okay, great. So, I'm going to take my glasses off for this one. We're going to do dart. Dart's a lovely exercise. So either watch first and then join in or join in. Your toes are together. Okay, your forehead is down if it can, but you can have your head onto one side if that's easier. Otherwise, come down, forehead. Toes are together, hands are up. You squeeze your inside thighs together rather than the bottom, trying to really connect your inside thighs. Scoop the tummy, draw your heels together. Then your shoulders rotate, your palms come to your thighs, and you're drawing forward with the head here. So you're in this kind of long, dark position of hold, trying to keep your feet down and really draw your tummy away from the mat here. And we're going to hold it for 3 breaths. Then we're going to exhale, we're going to come down and release everything here. So for the top of the spine, I always say it's a bit like a tortoise coming out the shell. So you're kind of really coming forward and up with that upper back. Right, let's go together. So forehead down, toes together. Inhale, exhale, roll that nose forward. Tortoise coming out the shell, so you're long in the back or long in the neck. And really squeeze your inside thighs, squeeze the shoulders, tummy's lifting up and away, and hold. Breathing in, breathing out. Are those tummies scooping up and away from the floor? Keep them scooping up and away from the floor. Last breath in and out. Now hold this. On your exhale, get longer. Think long, 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 and let everything go. Breathing in, exhale. Roll the nose, long, 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 long. Squeeze the inside thighs. Squeeze the shoulder blades, even more. Good. Now, if you can feel this in your lower back, you need to come lower and think longer. Don't pull into the lower back here. So the upper back. Breathing in, breathing out. Exhale, down. Last time, breathing in. Exhale, coming forward. Squeeze, long, think long. Come lower if you're feeling this in your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the tummy. Breathe. Whew. Hard work. Exhale, down. Good. If you want to do one more, feel free. Otherwise, bring your feet to like a parallel neutral position. If you can, you've got two options here with your spine. You can be down here, okay? Or you can be up on your elbows. If you're up on your elbows, I don't want you to sink into the back. I don't want you to pull into the lower back. You need to be strong enough to lift, sort of rib cage up and away from the floor. Because we're going to do a leg exercise. So your legs, you're going to have a squeeze, squeeze, and lower. And a squeeze, squeeze, and lower. So if you're here, just make sure you're not dropping into that back, okay? And you're strong enough to lift up and away. Otherwise, you come hit down and you're squeezing, squeezing, and release. So you're in, and release. So I'm just going to do it up because I can talk to you better. So ribs are tucked in here. And what this is not, it's not a kick, it's a squeeze, and then you're slowly taking that leg down. So you're working against gravity into your hamstrings and into the back of your legs and into your bottom. So you're squeezing, not squeezing the bottom, you're kind of thinking heel towards the bottom. So get stretched into the front of the thigh. And your heel is coming in, down. So if you're up here like me, make sure your tummy is engaged and you're lifting up into the ribs here. If you're down onto the floor, lift those tummies away. And everybody needs to be keeping your pelvis still. No movement in the pelvis. Good, let's do a couple more. Squeeze, in, down. In, down. So you should feel this in the back of the legs. Hamstring. Keep breathing. And last two. Good, now from here we're coming down. We're going to widen the legs, hip width apart, turn them out. Coming down onto the floor here. Good, are you with me? So, from here, we're rolling the nose forward, tortoise out shell. So we're coming to that lovely extended position with the top of the back. You're gently going to lift one leg and the opposite arm. And then we're going to change. And we're going to change. So the head stays where it is. So keep the head and the upper back lifted. And you're lengthening away with your legs and arms. If that's too much, keep the arms down and just do the legs. Okay, so you're lifting and lengthening the legs. But try to incorporate the arms. Now, I'm not going too high. I'm imagining I'm on a stretching torture machine and I am getting longer and longer. And I'm not going too quick. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out and my navel is pulled right up away from the floor. So I'm really strengthening here. Come lower if this is hurting your lower back. Either come all the way out or just come a little bit lower. Now everybody think longer. Long, long, long. Imagine I'm pulling your arms and your legs away from the central belly button. So you're lengthening away. Now go quicker if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Is your pelvis still? Are you wobbling? Go slower if you are. Long, 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 long. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. 5, 4. This is hard work. 3, 2. Cramping the foot. 1. And hold it here, everybody. And then lower down slowly. And release. Right. Draw your hands back to your shoulders and just stretch that out. Breathing in Breathing out, have a little stretch there. Good. Just breathe in and out. I'm just getting my glasses so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, are we still on? Great. Okay. Lovely. Right, let's come to a 4-point kneeling. Lovely. Well done, everyone. Doing really well. Take some water if you need it. And we're going to come to 4-point kneeling here. All right, so from 4-point kneeling, we're going to just come into some cat. So bend into the elbows a little bit, just stretch into that back there. You just work that quite hard in the opposite direction. So just tuck the bottom underneath you, lift into the navel, pull into the pelvic floor as well. Breathe in at the top, have a lovely stretch. If anything there feels quite tight, feel free to extend that cat or come to a neutral, but tuck the bottom, lift, draw the navel up, inhale, exhale. Lovely. Just take a few more of these, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, good. Last one. Now from here, we're going to just do a last little butt busting move. So from here, we are going to, we've done these before, people that have done this with me before. You're in a 4-point kneeling position. You're going to take one leg up and then flex the foot, and you're going to just pull up here. So you've got a right angle at the knee. So try not to move no movement at the knee. You're just literally pushing up, up, up. You can feel that in your bottom here. Try not to twist into the pelvis. Imagine you're pressing, I don't know, like squashing a grape or something against the ceiling here. So you're just pushing up and up. Navel in and breathe. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one there. And then bring it down. And we'll go to the other side. So lift first. Make sure you've got that right angle. And you're going to squish, 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 squish. There, good. So just little pulses. So don't bring it all the way in. We can do, but we're not doing that today. So just push up. You should be able to feel this working. If you need a bit more work, then just drop the knee a little bit as you bring it down so it's got further to pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep everything still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw it back in. Let's go 10 more either side. Let's go. Now we've got the idea. 10, 9. Keep everything nice and still. Pelvis nice and still. Draw the navel up. Good. We've got about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more for luck. Good. Left side or right side. Last time. Squash. I'm going to say squash. Or pulse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Good, everybody. Come all the way out of that. Right, we need to stretch all that out. 2 ways you can do that. I'm just going to come here because I don't have to lie on my back. But if this is too uncomfortable, if you can't really get into this position, okay, then you need to come and lie on your back. So come and lie on your back if you think there's no way I can do this, and I'll show you what you're going to do in a minute. If you can sort of get your legs here somehow, don't worry about this leg, that can do anything. It's this leg. There's like a right angle here, and you're going to walk your hands forward until you can find that stretch into your bottom here, okay? If you just think, only because I know there's no way my husband's like knees and hips can do, he loves to do when I do this. So if you can't do that, come onto your back, and the same stretch is this one. So you fold that knee over and you push it away, and you can lift there, okay? So so you can do this stretch. Yeah? Or you can do what I call the like a pigeon stretch. So I don't know why it's called, I have no idea why it's called pigeon stretch. But you walk your hands forward. You might only get to here and just go, I can feel that, it's fine. Or you might be able to come all the way over and just have a lovely stretch. So breathe into that, everybody, because you've worked those muscles quite hard. Once you've done one side of that pigeon stretch, the easiest way to get to the other side is just to switch your legs forward and round, okay? And if you're on your back, then just switch over, okay? And don't be alarmed if one side is really much harder and stiffer than the other. That's quite normal. So just breathe into this stretch here. It's a really lovely stretch for your hips and your glutes and anywhere really. Sometimes we do stretches and I say, you should feel it here. And someone says, well, I feel it in my little toe. Like it's fine. You feel it where you feel it, but hopefully you'll get such a big muscle. Your glutes are such a big muscle. And they often take over actually. So we just need to teach them to work when we need them to work, but to not actually take over, because the hamstrings need to be able to do their work as well. So it's all about balance, just like life. So talking about balance, well done. You've done lots of lovely work. That goes quickly. I feel a bit exhausted now, but hopefully you feel a bit more energised. Have a lovely stretch. If you're in a nice sort of zone, then just have a lovely little stretch. But you can get your glasses now, and we'll say cheers to Wednesday. So well done, everybody. Here's cheers to you. Cheers to midweek. You see, it just tastes better, doesn't it, when you've like really worked for it, or if you had a really stressful day. So well done, everybody. Thank you for joining me. That went super quick. Hope you feel all right. I feel like, whoa, worked quite quickly there. I've got that written down. Let me know what you thought of that. And if you quite liked it, I'll put it into a slightly shorter session than half an hour, and I'll pop it up on my YouTube channel. I've got a few shorter little sessions, like an 8-minute abs and 4-point kneeling, and I just thought, oh, I'll do a butt buster. I might call it something else, but you know, sounds quite catchy. So thank you, everybody. I've messaged people whose contact details I've got. I will be doing these sessions for as long as you want me to, really, 8:30 on a Wednesday. I enjoy it. So just join me every Wednesday. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram, my website, and just keep up to date with what I'm doing. And I will be here next week. If anything happens or I'm not very well or something, then I'll cancel it. But apart from that, I'll be here. And let's hope the wine is still available. So that's important. So keep up your exercise, keep sane, and I'll stop talking now. But thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you all virtually very soon. Mwah! Have a lovely rest of your week, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.